Всем привет, всем здравствуйте, с вами снова Лау, и мы продолжаем играть в Fallout New Vegas. Продолжаем здесь ходить, бродить, исследовать. Мы находимся в лагере Макарон. Так, ну давайте дальше продолжаем гулять здесь, где я не была. И берем все, что можно взять. Это я, конечно же, возьму. Пока меня не видят. О. Ладно. Это мы воровать не будем. Это ж с каждой крышечки будет по минус карме. Как-то многовато минуса будет. Оно не стоит ради одной крышечки. Так, ты кто? Мы с тобой уже говорили?
Эй.
Просто боец. Ух, мы и спать хотим. Можно было бы взять, но нельзя. Где можно поспать? У них, может, где-то можно. Надо найти просто место.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
А тут что? Ничего. Боец. О, еще. Тут столько книг этих. Слушайте, я вам тут помогаю, а вы мне спать не даете. Так, сейчас бы не потеряться. В каких палатках я была, а в каких не была. Неработающий терминал. И починить его нет возможности. Это что, склад какой-то серверный? А что это тут у вас? Походу и то, и другое. Докторский саквояж. Ладно, саквояжи воровать не буду. Никто не видит? Ну, хоть что-то можно взять. Так, а ну в холодильниках что? Орехи возьмем. Шашлык давайте проверим. Ладно. Очищенная вода, суперстимулятор. Блин, это все можно было бы взять. О, ты пришел. Уже нельзя взять. Значит, теперь меня тут будут пасти. Ладно, ладно, ладно. Так, а там что за люди идут? Давайте посмотрим, может это кто-то, с кем я еще не разговаривала. Боец, боец. Майор. Да, подожди, по-моему, я с тобой не говорила.
If it's bad news, you can take it up with the colonel. If it's good news, it better involve some dead fiends.
У тебя проблемы с чертями?
Damn right I am. And I'm paying bounties. I've got 3 fiends I want dead, and I don't give a goddamn how it gets done. That sound like something that interests you?
О, как раз головы. Может быть, как их зовут?
First one calls herself Violet. God knows why.
Вы ее
The
убили?
name is the prettiest thing about her. Spends most of her time with a pack of vicious dogs. Then there's Driver Nephi. He's fast and he's brutal. Killed about a dozen of my men with a goddamn driver iron. Hence his name. And finally,
Шеф точно есть.
Rapist, pyromaniac, and damn good chef if you believe the fiends we've captured. Probably the craziest of the lot. I'm not gonna feed you any bullshit. These aren't your common Vegas trash.
Замер.
They've all killed good NCR men, and plenty of mercs too. You go after them, any of them, you're in for a hell of a fight. So, which one is it gonna be?
Давай, Вайлет.
Violet it is. Wish I could give you more advice on how to bring her down, but we know less about her than the other two. Just watch out for the dogs. She raises them herself. Might as well be their mother and never leave her side.
Ну, где мне ее найти?
Good
Типа мы
question.
не знаем.
Fiend territory is southeast of here, but they range all over the area. None of them stays in any one place for long.
Мне надо знать что-то еще?
One more thing. If you want the full reward, you need to bring me a recognizable head. My superiors need proof they're gone. That means no headshots.
Жаль,
no
мы этого раньше не
decapitations
знали
till
про
after
выстрелы
they're
в
dead.
голову.
And no damage to the face. If you want to be safe, aim for the chest. You bring me a head that looks like a rotten tomato, people will be doubting, and I won't be authorized to pay the entire bounty.
Ну хорошо,
Good
что
luck to
хоть
you.
до
Don't get
получения
careless.
задания есть возможность головы эти снять. А то, может, могло бы быть так, что пока не получишь задание, ты просто его убиваешь и все, и головы не снимаются, а только после получения задания. Так что хорошо, что здесь нет этой дуристики. Так, а что ты знаешь о чертях?
Pack of drugged-out killers. They're addicted to every stim, every pill, every psychoactive enema on this fucked up earth.
Расскажи мне о великих ханах.
We know they supply the fiends with illegal chems, but they never stick around in NCR territory for long. They know the land and move quick. There's talk from time to time about taking out their base at Red Rock Canyon, but nothing ever comes of it. The Great Khans are tough fighters. If we ever did go up against them on their home turf, we'd win, but casualties would be high.
Говорят, ты был под Bitter Springs.
Yeah, I was there. I was Captain Daughtry then. That whole situation was a mess and could easily have been avoided with good intel. The major in charge at the time made a bad call. He thought Bitter Springs was full of Great Khan raiders, so we surrounded the place. By the time any of us realized there were civilians down there, women and children, shooting had already started. The major froze up at the news, and we couldn't get another word out of him. I took over and salvaged the situation as best I could. For my effort, I was promoted to major. Not quite the way I'd have wanted it.
Говорят, ты отец Гречавки.
Adoptive father, yes. I was very proud when he made first recon. I know that every time I send them out, I could be sending him to his death. But if it's not me, it'll be somebody else. At least this way I get one more chance to see him.
Так, ну я хочу получить награду.
That right. You killed one of the psychopaths on my shit list. Let me see the scumbag's head. God damn it. That's Violet, all right.
Просто.
You've made me one happy son of a bitch, you know that? Here, this is the bounty I put on her head. It's yours. Think you can take down another one of these scumbags? Up to you. But I can trust you to do the job, and I'd hate to see you walk away.
Хорошо, я это сделаю.
That's the best damn thing I've heard all day. Finally, somebody around here with some goddamn ambition. There's 2 psycho bastards left. Which one will it be?
Давай шеф-шефа. У меня точно есть его голова. А вот драйвер Нефи... Не уверена. Но у меня вроде бы должно быть 3 головы.
One thing I should tell you about Cook. Piece of shit is pure animal. He raped one of my snipers, and that makes this personal. Also, he's got a flamethrower, and he's damn good with it. From what I hear, he either rapes or burns every living thing he gets his hands on. Only one man's gotten close to killing him, and that's little Buster. So he says, anyway. Maybe it's bullshit, but I'd still ask him about it.
Кто такой маленький паршивец? Ну, давайте спросим, как будто мы с ним не знакомы.
Bounty hunter. Talks big. But he's still alive, so he can't be completely full of shit. I think he's out in the yard, waiting to claim a couple bounties.
Мне надо знать что-то еще?
You've gone after the fiends before. I don't have to tell you to keep alert. Good luck.
Хочу получить награду.
You killed another one. Let me have a look at the head. Well.
А чего нам
Driving the
этого?
thigh. Nothing to say, you son of a bitch. No tips on my golf swing. Lost a lot of good men to this psychopath. Morale's gonna be better now that he's gone.
Я не его собиралась
Here's the
голову
bounty I
давать тебе.
promised.
Я еще о
Guess
нем
we can
информацию не
send first
узнала.
recon down to Camp Forlorn Hope. They need all the help they can get there. That's 2 psychopaths dead. If you can bring down the 3rd, there's a bonus in it for you.
Ладно, я займусь шеф-шефом.
One thing I should tell you about Cook. Piece of shit is
Так
pure
мы это
animal.
уже знаем, в курсе.
Only
Что ты еще можешь рассказать мне о маленьком паршивце?
bounty hunter. I think he's out in the yard waiting to claim. You've gone after. This is Cook. Oh, you sure did a number on his face. I'm not allowed to give you the full reward, but thanks for
Походу,
taking this guy
плохо
down.
голова сохранилась,
It's
да?
payback for at least one of my troopers. She'll be glad to know he's dead. Here's your caps. You've been one hell of a stroke of good luck, you know that? Those 3 scumbags probably killed 20 NCR troopers. And you bring them down alone. Wish I had a few grunts as good as you. Damn good working with you.
Так, а ну-ка подождите, с какой у меня левел? Неужели почти 20-й, 19-й? 19-й левел? Так быстро? А, мне чуть-чуть осталось. Сколько там всего? 30 или сколько левелов? Я себя не чувствую еще на 19-й левел. Так, куда я шла? Куда я шла? Так, а ну-ка вот так. Так, стоп. Тут я была. Вот тут я была. И вот там я была. И оттуда тут я побежала за людьми, которые гуляют. Тут валяется у вас. Так, это, походу, больничка. И ни одной книжки, которая дает на совсем навыки. Так, вот непонятно. Тут кремень, там еще что-то было. Который выделяется, но никак не используется. Это будет какой-то квест, что ли? Эх, докторские саквояжи. Что это ты делаешь вид, что печатает? Так, ну тут вроде бы как... А ну-ка, давайте сейчас. Посмотрим, нет ли в этих фургонах чего-нибудь. Не похоже. Даже поспать негде. Ну как так? Я вам столько помогаю, вы мне спать не даете. Не хотите поделиться каким-нибудь матрасом. Хоть каким-нибудь. Ну как так? Мне спать тоже надо. Что у них тут? Торговца тоже нет? Ни одного. Что все так печально? О, кровать! О, на которой можно поспать. Давайте спать. Ну, 8 часов. Здоровый сон нам нужен. Так, сколько у нас там H2O? 414. Надо вообще-то, блин, найти какую-нибудь где-нибудь, где у вас тут можно попить срочно. Срочно пить хочу. Неужели никакой лужи нет даже? Я тут все обсмотрела. Ладно, идемте в это здание. Может, там есть что попить.
Hello.
Алло, мы с тобой уже разговаривали.
Heard you got cook. I hope you roasted that bastard with his own flamer.
И дайте мне, пожалуйста, какого-нибудь здесь... как его зовут? Торговца. Что тут торговца никакого нет? Так, надо найти тут какой... Тихо. Все. Туалет, туалет, срочно. О, да! О, да, водичка. Живительная вода. Теперь еще надо поесть. 92 только. Ну ладно. Так. Что у нас есть из еды? Нет. Ну, вот это можно. Недоступно. Звуки тут такие. У них, понимаете, даже в мусорке ковыряться нельзя. О, жадюги. Вы ж уже выкинули. Зачем вам мусорка? Так, откуда-то отсюда мы пришли, да? Пожарный кран. Тут что у нас? Дверь какая-то. О, какой-то мужик. Мужчина какой-то.
What is it?
Что это за бумага? Снайперская позиция. Что это? Чёртово жаркое шеф-шефа. Пароль смотрителя. Лагерь Forlorn Hope. Кому? Джозеф Палатли, майор. Или старший офицер, майор. Информирую, что нам удалось разместить снайперскую позицию близ Коттонвуд Коу, как вы запрашивали. Точка оборудована спальником, туда доставлено небольшое количество припасов, но нет оружия. Следует предупредить снайпера, что позиция расположена очень близко к вражескому лагерю, поэтому по выполнении задачи ему или ей нужно делать ноги со всей возможной скоростью. Координаты 12-22. Доброй охоты и удачи. Подписано Дэвид Де Леон, отдел полевых операций. Так, это что вообще такая снайперская позиция? Это мне будет какой-то квест, может? Да. Или стырить такую записку, чтобы кому-нибудь отдать, не знаю. Что это?
Nice to meet you. I'm Curtis.
Что ты здесь делаешь?
Officially, I'm in charge of Bravo Company. But since General Oliver has Bravo and most of our forces here garrisoned, I'm free to do other things. So I work with Colonel Shu on logistics, patrols, supply lines, reinforcements, that sort of thing.
Полковник Шу.
Lately, it's been less about that, and more about figuring out how that information is getting leaked to raiders. It's a big base with a lot of unhappy soldiers. They get stir-crazy. Hard to separate the malcontents from the actual culprit.
Ну, до свидания.
Later.
Может, тут хотя бы есть какой-нибудь... показалось, что какая-то книжка. Какой-нибудь... торгаш? Так, это выход. Ты у нас кто? Боец, просто боец.
Nelson's back in our hands. I hope we can defend it this time.
Что в портфеле? Гаражная дверь, а куда она, подождите, ведет? О, не, давайте позже. Туда сходим. Не мешало бы. У меня есть? Да. Обычная. Так, ну, есть свет? Я же включала, куда ты опять делся? Полковник Джеймс Шу.
Anders showed up here not too long ago. I'm told you're the one who got him out of the vault. Can't tell you how relieved I am. Sending him on that mission was a mistake.
Так, не понимаю, как можно было так беспечно распорядиться жизнью рейнджера.
I'd hoped he'd be able to slip past their security and be out before anyone knew he was there. But I underestimated the fiends. Should have known better given the hell they've caused for us. Regardless, what you did for Anders isn't something he or any of us around here take lightly. We're all glad to have him back. Thank you.
Так, ну давай, как идут дела у НКР в этих местах?
Could be better, I'll say that much. We set up here with our sights set on annexing New Vegas. It's a lot of resources that could do a lot of good for us. But that hasn't happened. If anything, they annexed us. They rake in the profits from our soldiers, and we're stuck protecting them from the Legion. Not exactly the plan.
И что это для вас значит?
Now we're trying to secure the strip and the dam at the same time, and it's costing us. And in the meantime, General Oliver won't approve any offensive maneuvers because he doesn't want to risk losing our positions. So we're in a holding pattern here. And Caesar's on the other side of the river, planning.
Какова роль лагеря Макаран в операциях НКР?
It's our main base. We took it because it lets us keep an eye on the strip, and it had already been fortified before the Great War. From here we handle most of the logistics for our operations in Nevada. Troop allocation, supply distribution, intel. Usually General Oliver runs the show here, but he's on his way to the dam now, so I've taken on a lot of his duties here.
Как идут дела на территории так? Между лагерем и дамбой?
Unfortunately, no. In fact, the word from the ranger stations has been especially concerning lately. Sounds like they've run into overwhelming resistance, and supplies just aren't reaching them. It's been so bad, I asked Sergeant Reyes at Camp Forlorn Hope to look into it, and see how it is that things could be so fouled up there.
Неужели все так плохо? У вас такой спокойный вид?
Calm is what you have to be when people look to you. And it's all you can be when things are out of your hands.
Быстро пролистнулась. Какие сложности возникают здесь у НКР?
Everything was going according to President Kimball's plan at first. We met minor resistance from local troublemakers. But our two main objectives are still contested. Mr. House controls the strip and he won't so much as meet with our ambassador. And we're holding Hoover Dam. But Caesar's Legion is positioning itself to overrun it. If it falls, so will New Vegas. We'd be forced to withdraw.
Я хочу приносить пользу. Есть что-то, чем я могу помочь?
You don't cook by any chance, do you? Farber's doing his
Нет, не
best,
умею.
but it's hard to manage an army with half my staff in line for the latrine. Honestly, we're fighting a lot of fires right now. The fiends keep pressing their position from Vault 3. We've got the Legion breathing down our necks across the river. We actually took an officer alive last week, but so far he hasn't spoken a word.
Еще проблемы?
Yeah. On top of everything else, I can't send a patrol on a bathroom break without it being ambushed by someone who heard they were coming. So somebody's getting the word out.
Так, мотогонщик мертв, вот доказательство, его шлем.
Unbelievable. That man has given us so much grief since we set up here. This may be a major turning point for us. I can't tell you how many times we thought we'd taken him out, only to have him show up again later, taking more heads off of fallen troopers. This is for the bounty. And this is from a pool me and a lot of the soldiers around the base had going. You may not be in CR, but hey,
ну-ка.
it's only fair.
350 опыта. 300 крышек. И все, да? Ну ладно. Спорим, я могу разговорить вашего легионера.
I have Lieutenant Boyd on that already, and she's excellent, but I think she's hit a wall. Talk to her if you like. See if she has any use for you. Her office is right above mine, but I think she might be interrogating right now. So she'd be upstairs on the other side of the building.
Я могу попробовать выяснить, кто сдает информацию противнику.
Well, why not? Given your recent arrival, at least I can safely rule you out as the leak. I'd like to have absolute trust in my men, but that's just not practical right now. Go ahead and look into it. See what you find. We don't have much to go on right now. Lately, every raiding party in New Vegas seems to have a map of our troop movements. It derails everything. Supplies, reinforcements. And it'll only get worse the longer we let it go on. Captain Curtis is heading up the investigation right now. He can fill you in.
Ну, ладно, пока. Вести о ваших добрых делах широко распространились, и люди вас любят. Любимец, Приятно, черт побери. Так. Наверх пойти сначала. Или Кертис, по-моему, он... О, крышки. Да я-моё. Ничего не дают пособирать, а? Это не тот, который там, нет? Кертис вот там вот. Или сначала наверх походить, посмотреть. Так, еще кто-то, он говорит, над его кабинетом. Это разговорить. Да, вот тут, походу, где-то, да? Не? Капрал Харнсби. Сейчас, подожди. Капрал. Конфискат военной полиции. Очень сложный. Недоступно. Недоступно. О, вот это доступно. Даже здесь радиации нет. В тюремной камере. Так, сейчас я с тобой поговорю.
Nelson's back in our hands. I hope we can defend it this time.
О, так, недоступно.
Boyd's in there with a prisoner right now. Boy, is she pissed.
Да, значит, нам сюда. Так, подожди, чуть-чуть попозже хочу тут пройтись сначала.
Go right ahead, Trooper.
Так, это выход на пустошь. А куда ведет? О, поезда какие-то. О, поехать на поезде на стрип. О, интересно. Интересно. А тут что? Главный зал. Ух. Что это? А, это спинка. Ой, блин, большое помещение. Глаза разбегаются. Ладно, давайте сначала разберемся окончательно здесь.
Hello?
Ну как окончательно? Насколько это возможно? Во всяком случае, всех посетим. Лейтенант Кэрри Бойд.
You stick out like a sore thumb around here. You sure you're in the right place?
Ты кто такая?
Not big on reading name tags, huh? That's okay. My name is long and difficult to pronounce. Ready for it? It's Boyd. Lieutenant Boyd to my friends. Colonel Shu has me handling the policing duties for the base. I've told him he could make my job a whole lot easier if he would just let me shoot anyone who talks back to me. But you know how colonels can be.
Помощь нужна?
Yeah, so far this has gone exactly as expected. Poorly. But with the work you've done for NCR already, you might be just what I've been looking for. We captured an honest-to-God centurion of Caesar's Legion recently.
Все так серьезно?
Better believe it. Everybody in Caesar's Legion from Caesar on down will kill themselves before they can be captured. They're so twitchy they'd probably do it if you reached out to hug them. But here's this guy, who's an elite commander in their army and he just gives himself up, even as his men are slitting their own throats
Не
around
просто
him.
так. Как думаешь, что это значит?
Well, I don't know about you, but to me that sounds like a man who's willing to cooperate. Except he hasn't. Only times he speaks up are to insult you. He's a real prick, by the way. And I'm supposed to get information out of this guy.
Накачать его сывороткой правды?
Don't have anything like that. Sounds nice. Like the kind of thing I'd want to take home and use on my husband. But even if we did, I don't know that I'd be comfortable using it. If there's any risk of overdose, it's not worth it. Asshole's too valuable.
Обзывать и ругать его пробовала?
Yes, and one time I thought I saw a tear when I told him his uniform was unflattering. But I think he just got some dust in his eye.
Почему бы тебе просто не избить пленника до потери сознания?
I like the way you think. Have I said that yet? Problem is that the NCR frowns on using that sort of tactic. There's some restrictions still in place from President Tandy's
Танди, это не из
administration.
второго
But here's my favorite thing about you.
Fallout'а.
You're not in the NCR. Plus, for all this guy knows, you're completely insane. That's a winning combination.
И ты хочешь поручить мне то, что у тебя не получается?
I think if you rough him up enough and really put some fear into him, he'll sing like a choir boy. So let's do this. When you're ready, I'll go in and give you a little intro. Then I leave the room and you make him regret the day he was born. We go back and forth a couple times until either he talks or he can't move his jaw anymore. Either way, we've had our entertainment for the day.
Я протестую против использования пыток по отношению к военнопленному. Ну, пробуем.
Tear my heart out, why don't you? Well, maybe you can find a way to play with his mind, get him out of his comfort zone. People lose their heads and say things they regret, especially if they underestimate you. This dickhead would underestimate a nuclear missile. Plenty of ways to skin a cat, as they say. Hey, what if we skinned him? Bet he wouldn't be so smug then.
Ладно, приступим.
That's the spirit. Okay, I'll go in and have a word with him. Then I'll call you in.
Так, мне надо будет костюмчик надеть. Так, что у меня там было на речь? Вот, грязный деловой костюм. Да.
Long time no see, Silus.
Lieutenant, I was just thinking about you.
That's so.
I was just thinking about that pretty neck of yours.
How sweet.
I was thinking about how it would look with a Legion slave collar on it.
I'll pass.
Do you know what I love about our slave collars, Lieutenant?
If you love them, maybe you should try one on.
I love how tightly they fit. I train my men to make sure the slave's flesh bulges a bit around the top and bottom. Know why?
It's all the rage in fashion circles?
Not quite. If you fit it just right, their body never gets used to the feeling of wearing it. It cuts in just enough when they swallow or turn their head to remind them who they belong
Выйдешь,
to.
гад.
And it's that constant reminder that keeps them docile.
In that case, maybe you'd better save the collar you were gonna give me.
Oh? For whom?
For a friend of mine you're about to meet. My friend isn't very docile.
And who is this friend of yours?
You know all the rules the NCR instituted to protect enemy prisoners of war?
Of course.
My friend doesn't. Oh, and Silus, if you resist at all, I'll personally blow your brains out. Come on in, he's all yours. I'll be back in a bit to see how you're getting along. And I'll need you to surrender your weapons before you go in. You can pick them up from the locker on your way out.
В ящике у выхода? Какого выхода? Так, вы, я надеюсь... Сейчас надо все посчитать. Чтоб ничего. Так, по весу давайте хотя бы. Так, 243 у меня веса. Если что-то, имейте в виду, пропадет, я вам этого не прощу. А ну. О, 192. Куда надо делать остальное? А что, мы только оружие сдали или что? Нет, все есть. А что же она забрала? Не знаю, ладно. Сил, значит, да?
What an ugly little worm you are. What pile of excrement did the lieutenant pluck you from, worm?
Ты что-то путаешь. Кучу экскрементов я вижу перед собой.
You must have some reason to be in your line of work. Tell me, what did the Legion do to you? Did we enslave your children? Slaughter your family before your eyes to teach you a lesson? Whatever it was, I hope I was there to give the order.
Что, грустно, когда некому приказывать. Все твои люди мертвы.
Foot soldiers of the Legion are trained not to have to think for themselves, to have conflict removed from their minds. They kill themselves to evade capture because they are not trusted to make such a decision rationally in the heat of battle. But I'm no foot soldier. I knew I could escape captivity on my own without revealing the tiniest iota of information to my captors.
Ну, пока ты еще тут. Сдается мне, что у тебя просто кишка тонка следовать приказу Цезаря.
I'll show you gutless, you sniveling bastard. I'll spill your guts all over this room.
Is something the matter, Silus? You look upset. I don't know. I thought she seemed like a nice lady.
Your friend is a miserable fucking degenerate.
That's a long walk, Silus. I don't think it's gonna happen. You'd better just talk.
If we were on the other side of the river, I'd have her torn apart by dogs.
If you don't like dealing with me, I can bring my friend back in.
Your tactics are a joke.
Have it your way. Come on back in. I think he misses you.
We don't have anything to discuss, worm.
Да, я хочу узнать, как трус смог получить звание Центуриона.
Coward. I've faced odds that would make your NCR soldiers wet themselves. I've led charges against men with guns, carrying only my knife. And I can tell you, it was they who feared me. But suicide is a weak death on a battlefield. It says to your enemy that you fear capture. It says if you're caught, you can be broken.
То есть ты не боялся перерезать горло никому, кроме себя самого?
You think I'm going to slit my throat for some megalomaniacal self-appointed dictator? I didn't work my way up to have it all be taken from me out of some irrational paranoia. Caesar's losing it. I believe that. He's been shutting himself in his tent. Privately, he complains of headaches. Whatever it is, it's affecting his ability to lead. Time was essential for my mission, but we waited 3 days for him to dispatch us. Another of his headaches. Does that sound like a man in command? He has an operative planted in this very base, but does he use his agent to rescue me? No. He's content to have the agent spend his nights radioing troop positions back to our base camp. He knows I'm here, and he's left me to rot.
Кто этот агент?
I don't know. I know he sends intelligence by radio in the middle of the night. Sometimes that intelligence would find its way to my cantery.
Я тебе не верю, ты лжешь.
Then you're a fool. That man reports to Caesar on what I do here. The Legion isn't going to take me back. My only hope is to escape and disappear. But if I escape and he reports it, they'll hunt me down as long as I live. It served me to report him as much as it served you.
Видишь, не говори, что тебе не стало легче, когда ты выдал все государственные тайны.
I hope the Legion burns your wretched body at the stake when they conquer this place. Nothing I could tell you would do anything to stop that.
О, все правильно, 243. Так, бойцы НКР взяли в плен Центуриона легиона Цезаря. Его содержат в лагере Маккаран, однако пленник не желает говорить. Поговорите с лейтенантом Бойд, чтобы пройти к заключенному. Так, а ну-ка.
You did well. I don't know how you did it without putting a scratch on him, and I'm a little disappointed personally, but it saved the NCR some face. And it could save us more than that when all is said and done. I'm gonna talk to some people when we're through here. This is about double the standard fee we'd give a consultant, but from what I saw, you're more of an artist. So think of this as your commission.
325 опыта.
Yep, see you around.
Приятненько. Так, ну что ты такой? Кто ты такой? Уолтер Хорнсби все-таки.
Nelson's back in our hands. Hope we can defend it this time.
Почему я не могу с ним разговаривать? Видимо, он потом со мной заговорит, да? Как тот, например, из Братства Стали. который пистолет потерял. Он сначала не хотел со мной разговаривать, а потом заговорил. Так, а ну-ка. Ты тут у нас.
What is it?
Кертис, да, ты у нас расследуешь.
What is it?
Полковник Шу попросил меня помочь разобраться с недавней утечкой информации.
Smart man. I could use somebody who can operate under the radar around here. Whoever our mole is, he's been slippery. Whenever one of the MPs gets too close, he changes his habits. Our last lead went cold weeks ago.
С чего начать?
You want my advice? Start by talking to people with a lot of eyes in the field. People like Lieutenant Boyd or Sergeant Contreras, maybe. Careful with Contreras, though. He's not above suspicion himself. Keep me apprised of any leads you get. This guy's gotten a lot of my men killed. I'm just itching to return the favor.
Так, ну хорошо.
Later.
I wish I had a first recon guy looking after me.
We won't go quietly.
Так, а
Legion
где,
can count
куда она
on that.
делась? Бойт это. Где Бойт? Куда-то же она делась.
You got something to
вот.
say, or do you always look like that? You're back.
В последнее время ты не видел ничего подозрительного?
Now, what kind of MP would I be if I didn't notice anything suspicious? I've had soldiers go AWOL, break-ins, thefts, you name it.
Кто пропал?
Well, there's Anders. He's a ranger. That one's not suspicious so much as worrisome.
Но
He
это мы
left on a dangerous
уже спасли.
assignment. Colonel Shu sent him out. Now I think he feels guilty not having any way to check up on him.
У тебя застарелая информация, устаревшая? Ну ладно, расскажи мне про Андерса.
I don't know him very well myself. I seem to remember that he was the man to call on if you needed someone to get in and get out quietly. Colonel Shu would really be the person to talk to.
Расскажи мне о взломщиках.
Maybe break-in isn't the right word. We didn't find signs of forced entry, but I've had reports of someone sneaking into the control tower at night. It's probably just a meeting spot for a steamy military base love affair.
Ночью. Мгм.
Kids today.
А это как раз говорил про
But
полночь.
it bothers me that they didn't break in. It means they have an access code. Most soldiers around the base don't have that.
Дашь мне ключ к контрольной башне? Я там осмотрюсь, вдруг что попадется на глаза.
Sure, if you want to investigate. It's not like there's anything to steal up there, just a bunch of old communications equipment. If you can find out any more, I'd be interested to hear it. There's something about this I really don't like. And if I weren't tied up here, I'd be staking it out personally.
Так, а говоришь, у вас крадут?
Not the kind of things you like to see go missing. No witnesses yet. I've got my money on Sergeant Contreras, who's supposed to be in charge of distribution, the little weasel. But he's too slick to let anyone catch him doing it. We've searched his possessions a dozen times. Nothing.
Где его найти? Я поищу ваше пропавшее добро.
Good. The more guns you can recover, the more I'll be able to use to shoot Contreras for being inept.
Ну, до свидания.
Yep. See you around.
Ну и на этом, я думаю, мы закончим эту серию и продолжим в следующий раз. Так что ты на воздухе печатаешь, ты знаешь. Так что всем спасибо, всем пока, до новых встреч. С вами была Лау.